On the day of my birthday banquet, Grandpa asks me which of the Sterling family's daughters I want to marry. I choose the Sterling family's fifth daughter without hesitation, which surprises my family elders. After all, everyone in our circle knows that I, the eldest son of the Hamiltons, am deeply in love with the eldest daughter of the Sterling family, Violet, spoiling and indulging her to an outrageous degree. In my previous life, I did marry Violet, but after only 3 months, I discovered that Violet was having secret meetings with my illegitimate half-brother, Sebastian Hamilton. At the time, her eyes filled with tears as she looked at me pitifully. "Please, I'm begging you. This really was just an accident." My heart softened, but Grandpa still found out and ordered people to send Sebastian far away to another country. Violet assumed it was my doing and hated me to the bone. In the years that followed, the company's confidential information was stolen. I was killed in a car accident on the very day she discovered she was pregnant. Given a second chance at life, I decide to let the lovebirds be together. But unexpectedly, after the news of my engagement is announced, Violet appears in a wedding dress, crying and begging to marry me. After leaving the study, I saw Violet Sterling. She sat among the crowd in an elegant long gown, but her gaze kept drifting toward the door. When her best friend, Kayla Whitmore, spotted me, she quickly nudged her arm. "Your lapdog? Oh, I mean your devoted admirer is here. Why are you here? What do you want?" Violet glanced at me with clear disappointment in her voice. In my previous life, I would have immediately rushed to her side to comfort her, but the image of that truck charging straight toward me was still burned into my mind, so I replied coldly, "It's my birthday banquet. Why wouldn't I be here?" Picking up on my cold tone, Violet instantly flew into a rage. "Nathan, what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to pick a fight? I took time out of my busy schedule to attend your birthday banquet, and this is the attitude you give me? Don't think that just because you went running to your grandfather, our engagement is set in stone." Seeing us argue, Kayla immediately jumped to her defense. "Exactly, Nathan, what kind of attitude is that? You should apologize to Letty right now. If you weren't shamelessly chasing after Letty every day, she wouldn't even bother with you." I was rather speechless. "It's my banquet, and anyone who's unhappy is free to leave. As for my marriage, it'll be announced at my grandpa's 80th birthday celebration next month. Since it has nothing to do with you, I won't trouble you to worry about it. Though I intended to marry Sophia Sterling in this lifetime, I hadn't asked for her opinion yet. Even though she was different in my previous life, I couldn't rashly announce anything here just yet." "Marriage?" a guest asked excitedly. "It looks like both patriarchs are truly preparing to step down. The Sterling Group heiress will finally be decided. The two patriarchs of the Hamilton and Sterling families were lifelong friends and should have retired to enjoy their golden years long ago. But the Sterlings of this generation only had daughters. The two men later made an agreement that whoever I married would receive Mr. Sterling Sr.'s 20% stake in the company. Combined with Violet's existing 15% share, marrying me had made her the true decision-maker of Sterling Group in my previous life. Well, now, Sterling Group was about to change hands. Kayla erupted in excitement upon hearing that. "Letty, you're really going to become the Sterling heiress." Violet's face immediately lit up with smugness. "Nathan, don't think that just because I decide to marry you, you've succeeded. I hate that smug look on your face. I'll learn from the lessons of my previous life. I can marry you, but you'll be joining the Sterling household and not the other way around. Also, before we wed, arrange a good position for that pitiful brother of yours." I was about to tell her the marriage had nothing to do with her when I realized with shock that she had been reborn too. In my previous life, it was a tip from the Sterling family's housekeeper that led me to discover her affair with Sebastian. Even with a second chance, she still wanted to repeat the same mistake. I was about to throw her out when someone behind me called out timidly, "Nate." Sebastian Hamilton approached with injuries on his face, looking frail and drawing stares from everyone around. Seeing him in this state, Violet immediately rushed over with concern. "What happened? How did you end up like this? Who hurt you?" Before Sebastian could answer, Violet whipped around and glared at me with vicious eyes. "Nathan, do you enjoy using these underhanded tactics?" I was about to explain when Sebastian interrupted. "The injuries aren't serious. I just accidentally bumped into something on the way here. Today is Nate's birthday, and even though Nate has never liked me, I still wanted to come and wish him well." Hearing that, Violet looked at me with disdain.